What up? What's good? What's going on? Just sitting here practicing and reflecting on my career, right? I want to tell y'all about the dopest gig that I ever did, right? Let me give you a little background. Um, Started playing with groups and different choirs and stuff when I was 18 years old. Um, the first choir that I played for, it was for a pastor. His name was Mitchell Taylor, and he had a choir and stuff. And I was playing for that church and that choir. Started out with that, then I branched off and started playing off and on with a guy named Jay Nixon in Dunamis. Actually, before that, I was playing with a guy named Selwyn Rawls. He had a choir, and when Hezekiah Walker did his first album, I'll Make It, Selwyn Rawls and that choir used to go travel with Hezekiah Walker and open up for Hezekiah Walker, and I was part of that Selwyn Rawls band. So from Hezekiah Walker's beginning, I was there. Um, then in 1994, started branching off doing R&B. My first R&B group was with a group called Intro. I think his name is Kenny Green, and they did a remake of Ribbon and Sky by Stevie Wonder. So I was touring with that band, and the first place we toured was London, England, and that was definitely an experience. Um, I can't possibly remember all the people I played for, but from 1994 until I moved to Florida in 2015, it was just all music, nothing but music. People thought I'd be sitting home or whatever, but I'd be overseas somewhere. Some of the places I've been to London many times. I've been to Ireland. I've been to Greece. Played in big coliseums in Greece, Thessalonica, and Cyprus. Um, Played in most of the cities in Germany. I remember touring with Timothy Wright. I played for Timothy Wright for like 7 years. Toured with him, and he used to go all throughout Germany when I first got with him. And he used to tour a lot of the states, right? And played with him for a long time. Um, Toured with a group called the Harlem Gospel Singers and the Harlem Gospel Choir. Um, we used to have been to Helsinki, Finland, Bratislava. Helsinki, Finland is right next to Russia. Let me tell you a little about that. Um, Went to Helsinki, Finland. I think we had like a couple of days break, and it's right next to Russia. So we get there. There's snow and ice everywhere. Get to the hotel room. Um, I got hungry, so I put my clothes on. Found out there was a McDonald's nearby. Right. So go outside to McDonald's, and like I said, this place is next to Russia. It was freezing. I've never felt cold like that in my life. So I go to McDonald's. I'm like, oh man, oh hell, yo, it is so cold. I got like maybe 5 or 6 Big Macs, you know, and I stayed in the hotel room for 2 days until we left. I did not come back out the hotel room. I got a bunch of Big Macs, and you know, that held me over for maybe 2 days. When I got hungry, I just heat up a Big Mac in the microwave, and I did not come back out that room because I did not want to feel that cold. Even the hotel room was cold. But yeah, I've been to Helsinki, Finland, been to Bratislava, Slovakia. Um, I've been all over the world, all over the world. Did like a lot of nice gigs. Um, Played with Soul for Real, played with Horace Brown, played with Brownstone, played with Change of Faces. Um, I did one night with Bobby Brown. Um, I did TD Jakes, Women Die Loose. Like I subbed for the bass player, so I did a couple of shows there, and I don't remember where we went, um, but it was throughout the states. So I've been a lot of places. Can't tell it all on this video, but Let me see if I can remember anything else. Yeah, I've been a lot of places. Um, hmm. Been to Turkey a lot of times. Been to Budapest. I played in places in Germany that Bach and Beethoven played at. These places are hundreds of years old. And some of the places you're not allowed to bring PA equipment in there. So it was all acoustic gigs. Some of the churches that I played at in Ireland, you couldn't bring a PA system in there or electric instruments. So when you enter those places, you had to play acoustic instruments, right? Some of the gigs was really dope. I could tell some stories, but I won't tell those stories. All right. Um, been to Oslo, Norway. Did some dope gigs in Oslo, Norway. Um, but the dopest gig I did, right? I get a call from this guy named Teddy Effects that used to play keys for Hezekiah Walker. Um, so he gives me the address, and the gig is in Brooklyn, right? So it was a Saturday. So I go out to Brooklyn, and it was Teddy Effects on keys. I think it was Artie White on guitar. It was Camille Gaynor on drums, and me on bass, right? So we get there, and we were instructed to set up in front of, these Brooklyn tenements out in the street. So it was an outside gig, right? So we set up, and we just start playing. I don't know if we had a set list or we was just pulling songs out the air, playing them, you know. They'll call a song, or R&B song, or a top 40, and we'll play it. So we start playing, and all these guys start showing up, right? And all the guys are wearing red. White t-shirts, red pants, or red shirt, red sneakers, red bandanas. So we're like, I'm looking at Camille Gaynor, and she's looking at me, and we're like, what the? Yo, let's just hit it and forget it, right? So it turned out to be, we were playing for the Brooklyn Bloods. I guess one of them died or whatever, and they were having a big celebration, funerals, stuff like that, and after celebration, and they hired a live band, which was us. So we started playing all these songs, whatever, and these guys are wearing red, and they're all street, all hood, right? But they're looking at us in awe. They're in awe because we're doing something extraordinary. And they're just in awe, and they're gathered around us, and their focus and attention is totally on us and what we're doing. So we're playing, I'm taking solos, keyboard player taking solos, drummers taking solos, and they're in total awe. It was the dopest gig I ever did because the food was like excellent. It was cooking soul food and stuff like that. They were barbecuing, and all the food was amazing. They had drinks. I don't drink, but they had everything there. One of the Bloods came to me and put his hand on my shoulder. It was like, yo, man, you're good? You good? Whatever you need. Yo, whatever you need. Yo, whatever you need. It turned out to be the dopest gig I ever did. And I've been all over the world. But the Blood Gang, I'm sorry. It was the dopest gig I ever did. That's the story I wanted to tell. I had to get off my chest. Peace.